Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name's Kenny and it's a pleasure to have you here. For those who used to watch me, welcome back. For those who've just watched me, welcome. It's been a long time since I've made any content whatsoever, so I do forgive the quality if anything is wrong. I do apologize for the lens already because I can already see it's a bit dirty. This video was recorded a long time ago. No excuses, my bad. But I really do hope you enjoy the content. And then we will just jump straight into the video momentarily. And throughout the video, I'll just be talking a little bit of commentary. I'm not a commentator, not a professional car either, so don't. Well, you can roast me if you want, but up to you. But yeah, and then as we go through the video, I believe a few minutes in or a few minutes later, we'll be talking about the journey of where this channel might go. So sit back and enjoy as we do a little voiceover in a second. Alrighty, I forgot to mention that yes, as you can see from the thumbnail and title, this is my first wildcard ever in the G2R Championship. So, to spoil the fun before the video even starts or is going to start, this championship is a self-made championship from the lovely Igor and Artem. Artem is there in the red suit and Igor's just at the back in the white suit. But yeah, basically just a friend championship for bragging rights and all sorts. And they just thought, you know what, Igor said you're a decent karter, do you want to hop on? And I was like, yeah, why not? We start off with a bit of a technical difficulty. Here I am dropping my comms unit and then having to give it to Elliot to put it in his pocket while I get into my cart. Well, we skip to the lovely grid start. I think qualifying and practice we did okay. I think for practice we actually did P3, to be honest. And then qualifying, unfortunately, we dropped way back with a terrible kart, the notorious kart 1 of Teamsport Harlow. And we dropped down to P6. But, bit of bragging rights, bit of fun. But everyone takes this very competitively. So, can't wait for that. Big shout out to the boys for inviting me. I do appreciate it. They did invite me to a few more after this. But unfortunately, I could not make any of them. Here's me signaling to my neighbor there like car 1 is terrible, I'm gonna kill myself. And yeah, but yeah, big shout out to Teamsport and everyone else involved. Yeah, what does annoy me about the rental karting shenanigan is the amount of waiting. It is just absolutely crazy the amount of waiting we have to do. But obviously I'm not a marshal. I sympathize with all members of staff. Like, I don't know what you lot do, so of course there's going to be a delay of some sort. But, oh, little jump start from Red Bull. Penalty. But here we are. Decent start. Nothing much. Kart 1 always lacks some power. So nothing much we can do there. We stick it on the inside, hold it out. And I don't know if I mentioned already, but this video is quite old. This was back in 2025 in the start. And this is when I was quite an average karter anyway. I still feel like I'm a bit average. Lots of learning to do in my little karting journey here. And here we are just following Mr. Red Bull. And I just don't get his technique, to be honest. He's leaning inside to avoid the understeer, but as we progress through the video, you'll notice he keeps losing grip on the back tire. So if you know anything about karting, you would lean back. So who am I to say, eh? But yeah, as you can see, his car just has so much power, even with all that unnoticed grip. He's still going forward while I'm just trailing behind. But literally, we're just keeping the fight up at the front. The back are closing in ever so slightly, but with consistency, we managed to hold everyone back. And there is a little twist at the end. Doesn't really it does benefit me, but you'll see when we get to that bit. Apologies to the gentleman, give him a little tap there. Come into the braking zone and these two will just scrap it out. Mr. Red Bull loves his contact. Classic Max Verstappen, he loves turning in on people. But to be fair, if you don't go for a gap, are you a racer at all? From the legendary words of the legendary racer that I do not know, I'm going to get obliterated for that, I think. But yeah, I'll just jump ahead to what I was going to say earlier when I started the video regarding where this channel might go. So for those who have subscribed to me a long time, We did a lot of the gaming stuff, a lot of the Twitch stuff. Oh, lost it all on the outside, lost all momentum there. And I'm not sure we're going to continue with the gaming stuff. But karting is my newfound hobby. I do really enjoy it, and I do like it. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but hey, what hobby is cheap? But the direction of the channel will be just about life, to be honest. It will just be about experiences in life, what I'm doing. You might get a life update. I want to do a lot of biking content, but unfortunately the bike is in bits. Not because of a crash, but because the engine just gave up on life, even though it was very well maintained, which really broke my heart. Rest in peace, Cena. But yeah, just lots of karting content, lots of live content, maybe some vlogs here and there, and just experiences, and maybe things to urge you guys to step out of your comfort zone, to try and to see if these things are for you. Like, karting for me is, I started this maybe a year ago from today. I started it with a mate, and I was like, this is really cool, and I wanted to get into motorcycle racing, couldn't afford it, so of course I went to the next best thing, which is kart racing. And my mum is like, thank God, she hates me on motorbikes, and this is where we are today. But yeah, nothing much really happens in this part of the race. It's just a lot of consistency between me and the guy in front. Red Bull is already a position ahead, or 2 positions ahead of me, but as you can see, the guy behind me is closing up real tight, but I play slightly the defensive line. And then you'll see in the video as goes on, we get more and more consistent and eventually catch Mr. Red Bull.
Years later.
So yeah, after a long consistent run, me and the gentleman in front, we finally catch Mr. Red Bull, but I was like, you know what, I'm not fighting for any championship points, so go for it. Let the guy through. He was following me so well the whole time. He was very consistent, just did not have the pace, and I thought, you know what, just let him through, see what he can do, and hopefully he does something crazy to secure a podium. I think at this point I've already dropped maybe 3 to 4 positions, so not looking good if this was an actual championship, but I'm sure if it was an actual championship, we'd be fighting more aggressively. But yeah, looking forward to this year's BIKC. I'm in the process of losing massive amount of contact. I told you I sent him through for a reason, because he did have the pace, but he lost all momentum there going through the braking zone. So much contact. These boys are not afraid to put their elbows out, and me braking has caused me to lose a lot of time letting the guys behind me catch up. But I have relatively strongish pace. It's just whenever it wants to come out or not. And this is the bit where I've lost all my running. There is 3 abreast, maybe almost 4. I get pushed out wide, and massive amounts of contact. He gets spun out, and that is pretty much the end of the race. We'll put the final times up now, and basically like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to make more videos soon. See you guys in a bit.